Imagine you're drifting alone through the endless expanse of space, your tiny spacecraft gliding silently past nebulae and star clusters millions of light years away. The universe is vast, beautiful, and seemingly endless. But then you see it, a patch of darkness unlike anything else. It's not just an absence of stars. It's an absence of everything. No reflections, no glowing gases around it. Just pure emptiness, as if the universe itself had been erased in that one spot. And yet it's not empty. It's something beyond comprehension. A black hole. At first glance, it doesn't look threatening. No glowing fireballs, no swirling hurricanes of destruction. Just a silent void calmly waiting. But this is no ordinary darkness. This is the ultimate predator of the universe, a region of space-time so warped that not even light can escape. Anything that comes too close is pulled in, never to return. And the line that separates safety from oblivion? That's called the event horizon, a point of no return. Scientists have tried to understand what happens inside a black hole for centuries, but the truth is stranger than fiction. If you were to drift toward one, you wouldn't even notice the exact moment you cross the event horizon. From your perspective, everything would seem normal until it's not. The moment you're inside, space itself starts to stretch. Your feet would feel a stronger pull than your head, and before you even realize what's happening, you're being stretched into a long, thin strand of atoms, spaghettified, as physicists like to call it. It sounds horrifying, and for you it would be an instant death. But what if, just maybe, there's more to it? Because here's where things get really bizarre. From an outside observer's point of view, you would never actually fall in. Instead, the closer you get to the event horizon, the more you appear to slow down. Time, from their perspective, is warping around you. You wouldn't fall in at all. You just seem to freeze in place, stuck at the very edge of the abyss. But to you, time feels normal. You continue falling deeper, deeper, until you reach a point where space and time themselves break down. The laws of physics, as we know them, cease to exist. Gravity becomes infinite. Reality twists into something entirely unknown. And here's the million-dollar question. What happens next? Do you get crushed into oblivion? Do you cease to exist entirely? Or could there be something on the other side? Some physicists suggest that black holes aren't just destroyers. They might be gateways, wormholes, portals to another universe, maybe even to another timeline. Could falling into a black hole mean rebirth instead of death? The answer to that lies deep inside the darkness. You're falling deeper and deeper into the abyss. The laws of physics, as you know them, are crumbling around you. Space is twisting, stretching, bending in ways that make no sense. If you could still see the outside universe, it would appear distorted, as if you were looking at it through a warped mirror. But the truth is, no one outside can see you anymore. From their perspective, you've frozen at the event horizon, stuck in time. Your image grows fainter and redder, shifting toward infrared wavelengths until you vanish completely. To them, you're gone. But you're still very much here, inside the black hole. This is where things get even stranger. The deeper you fall, the more extreme space-time becomes. Scientists call this region the singularity, a point where gravity becomes infinite and the very fabric of reality tears apart. But here's the thing. No one really knows what happens inside. Our current understanding of physics breaks down entirely. Einstein's theory of general relativity tells us that you'll be crushed into an infinitely small point. But quantum mechanics, the science of the tiniest particles, suggests something else. What if you don't get destroyed? Some physicists believe black holes aren't just cosmic traps, but doorways, gateways to other places, other dimensions, even other universes. This idea isn't just science fiction. It's based on real physics, something called wormholes. Imagine space-time like a two-dimensional sheet of paper. Normally, if you want to get from one side to the other, you have to travel across it. But what if you could bend a paper and punch a hole straight through? That's what a wormhole is. An instant connection between two distant points in space. And some scientists think black holes could be hiding them. What if, instead of crushing you, the singularity transports you? Some theories suggest that at the center of a black hole, you might emerge somewhere else, a different part of the universe, another galaxy, maybe even an entirely different reality. Could black holes be natural teleportation devices? Could they be shortcuts across the cosmos? Or could they lead to something much darker? Because here's another possibility, one that's far more terrifying. What if inside a black hole, time doesn't just slow down? What if it stops completely? What if every moment you experience from now on stretches into eternity, leaving you trapped forever in a frozen state of falling? Never reaching the end, never escaping, just stuck in the abyss of time itself. Either way, one thing is certain. You are now beyond the point of no return. You keep falling, faster, deeper, but what does falling even mean anymore? Time itself is warping, stretching. If someone outside could somehow still watch you, they'd see time moving differently for you, so slow that 1 billion years might pass in the universe, while, for you, only seconds have ticked by. But inside, from your perspective, time feels normal. It's everything else that's changing. The walls of reality twist like liquid. Space bends, stretches, distorts like an impossible dream. Up and down lose meaning. Directions don't work the way they should. Life in the outside universe still clings to you, trapped by the intense gravitational pull. It bends around you, creating a bizarre effect. A sphere of all the light that ever entered this black hole, frozen around you like a cosmic time capsule. And then you see it, the singularity, a point of infinite density, a place where physics, as we understand it, stops making sense. Every law of nature breaks down here. Space and time become meaningless. And you're being stretched into something unrecognizable. Scientists have a name for this horrifying process, spaghettification. Your body, your atoms, your very existence are being pulled apart into long, thin strands, like cosmic spaghetti. The gravity at your feet is now millions, billions of times stronger than at your head. The difference is so extreme that your body is no longer a body. You are becoming something else entirely. But here's the real nightmare. Are you actually being destroyed? Or are you transforming into something beyond comprehension? Some theories suggest that the singularity is not a point of death, but point of rebirth, that instead of being crushed, you are rewritten. Your matter, your energy, your very information might not be lost. It might be stored, transferred. Some physicists propose that black holes don't just consume information, they might also recreate elsewhere. A concept called the holographic principle suggests that everything that falls into a black hole might still exist, just not in a way we can understand. So what are you now? Are you gone? Or have you become something else? Something spread across time and space in a way the human mind can't begin to process? And if black holes can do this, if they can take reality and reshape it, what does that mean for the universe itself? Because here's the most terrifying possibility yet. What if our entire universe was born from a black hole? What if our Big Bang, the explosion that created everything, wasn't the beginning, but the result of something falling into a black hole in another universe? If that's true, then black holes aren't just cosmic monsters. They are creators. They are the architects of new realities. And right now, you might be inside the birthplace of something new. Darkness, silence, or at least that's what you think is happening. But can you even trust your senses anymore? You're no longer just falling. You're unraveling, spaghettified beyond recognition. Your atoms stretched across an unfathomable expanse. You should be gone. Every law of physics should have erased you. And yet, somehow, something of you still remains. But where are you? You see something ahead. No, not ahead, because directions don't work here anymore. But somewhere in the swirling abyss, there is a presence, a structure, if you can call it that. It's not a planet, not a star, not even singularity. It's the passage. Could this be a wormhole? For decades, physicists have debated whether black holes could be cosmic tunnels, gateways to other universes. Einstein's equations allow for the possibility. Some theories suggest that instead of simply crushing everything, a black hole might fold reality, linking two distant points in space and time. Could you be about to emerge somewhere else? If so, where? Some scientists believe that every black hole is a bridge to a new universe, a separate reality with its own laws of physics, its own stars, its own galaxies. Think about it. If black holes truly spawn new universes, then our own universe might have begun the very same way. The Big Bang, the moment everything was created, might have been nothing more than the birth of our cosmos, emerging from a black hole in another universe. If that's true, then every black hole we see in our universe might be seeding new realities. Right now, inside each one, a new cosmos could be forming, growing, expanding, evolving. And you are inside one of them. Are you dead? Are you reborn? Are you something entirely new? Or are you about to witness the birth of a universe with your own eyes? A flash, a pulse of light, something opens before you. Are you ready to step through? A blinding flash. It's not like the light you once knew. It's everything at once. Colors you can't name. Sounds you see. Shapes that should not exist. Your mind isn't sure how to process it. But one thing is clear. You are somewhere new. But where is this place? Your body, if you even have one anymore, floats in a vast, uncharted expanse. It's not like space as you once knew it. Here, the stars are strange. Some shine with impossible colors, flickering between hues like living, thinking things. Others don't shine at all, but pulse like the heartbeat of an ancient creature. Then it hits you. You've crossed the black hole. You are no longer in the universe you once called home. The laws of physics that once governed your reality have shifted. You reach out, or at least you think you do, and the fabric of space itself ripples at your touch. Could it be? Are you in a baby universe, one born from the death of another? Some theories suggest that black holes aren't just destructive forces. Instead of erasing matter from existence, they might actually recycle it, spitting it out into a newborn universe on the other side. If that's true, then you are witnessing something no human has ever seen before. A universe in its infancy. It's expanding rapidly, stretching in all directions, forming galaxies, stars, and planets. But unlike the universe you left behind, this one seems different. The very rules that govern reality seem rewritten. Gravity behaves oddly. Time moves unpredictably. And then something stirs. You sense a presence, not an alien, not a being in any traditional sense, but something aware. The universe itself? A force beyond comprehension? Or is it just you finally seeing existence for what it truly is? Are you still human? Or have you become something else, something more? Perhaps this is what awaits at the end of the black hole. Not destruction, not death, but rebirth. You exist, but what are you now? The boundaries that once defined you have dissolved. No heartbeat, no breath, no body. Yet your awareness is sharper than ever. Thoughts don't just form, they manifest. The fabric of reality bends to your will, as if the universe itself is listening. But this is not your universe, is it? Somewhere beyond the cosmic veil, the universe you came from still exists. Stars still burn. Time still marches forward. But here, time is meaningless. You could spend an eternity in this place and return to your old universe before you even left. If you can return at all, is there a way back? Or have you crossed into something irreversible? Then you feel it. A pull, not like gravity, but something deeper. A presence, ancient and boundless, woven into the very structure of this place. It whispers, not in words, but in understanding, a knowledge too vast, too overwhelming to fully grasp. You see things, the birth of galaxies, the collision of dimensions, a cycle older than time itself. Black holes are not endings, but bridges, bridges to new realities. And you are now part of the cycle. Perhaps you can reshape it, guide it, or perhaps you were never meant to leave. You stare into the ever-shifting cosmos, and a choice becomes clear. You can let go, accept this new existence, become something beyond human, and embrace the unknown as part of an infinite cosmic dance. Or you can fight. Try to remember what you once were, search for an escape, and return to the world you left behind. But even if you escape, will you ever truly be the same? The final question lingers in your mind, echoing to the fabric of this strange new reality. Did you fall into a black hole? Or did you finally wake up? The end? Or just the beginning? Milky Way crystal ball.